Good morning, good morning, good morning, perhaps good afternoon, perhaps good evening, and perhaps good night, depending upon where you are on the globe. Happy Tuesday to one and to all. Extending a virtual rose and love from a distance. I would like to thank my members. And yes, you should all see something very soon. I would like to also extend thank you to my mod. I would also like to give many thanks to my subscribers and to those that come by just to support. Thank you all. You all are appreciated. I would like to begin, number one, by encouraging everyone to give thanks for a new day, being afforded another opportunity, and to seek joy if you find yourself in a dark place. I did a live last night on grief and the many facets of grief, because again, and you'll hear me mention this throughout the end of the year, God willing, about being in the fourth quarter. And that's basically to remind everyone, we do only have 3 short months in the remainder of this year as we know it, of 2022. That's not very long. So with that, let me begin with a brief scripture from the book of Thessalonians 5:11. It states, "Wherefore, comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do." Now you hear me say and speak the word edify often, at least those that take time to listen. And I am a firm believer in edifying and uplifting one another. It is not always reciprocated, but that is something we cannot focus on. Time is limited. Time is precious. Be aware. Still support. However, it is up to you and how you choose to continue that relationship or those relationships. I have recently recalibrated, if you will, my system on how I see and observe things personally, which has resulted in modification of my platform, modification of mods. And it is no slight to anyone, but there's a certain energy I would like to promote and that I support. Now, do I fall off? Absolutely. But if I remain in the realm of positivity and making every concerted effort to stay away from the negative energy. And when I say negative energy, as I said, anytime someone always, and I'll be generous, 50%, even though it's a lot higher, but again, I'll just say middle. With 50%, it's always something negative, always some type of hooping and hollering or dissension. I may listen for a while, but if it gets a bit out of hand and it is not conducive to my growth or the growth of the platform or those that choose to listen, I can't stay. Again, that is nothing to do with that individual. And again, everybody has their reasons for the characters they may display, or perhaps it may be true personality. I don't know, nor do I have the time to dissect each and every one of them. Again, this initially started as a positive platform where the majority of people, at least so I thought, got along, and then it started to slowly fold like a tent. But I did not allow that to move me. I have done what I've needed to do as far as my personal situations, and slowly I'm doing what it is I enjoy. And again, if only one person gleans something positive, then that's a win. So again, as far as the scripture reading, and if you're not into that, I understand that as well. But it is something that keeps me grounded. And I'll repeat it in layman's terms. And again, it comes from the book of Thessalonians, verse 5:11. And it basically states, therefore, encourage one another and build each other up, just as, in fact, you are doing. So, while you're building others up and others are sincerely building you up, take a moment, take a nanosecond, look over your shoulder and extend a hand. Next up, I have a couple of exciting interviews planned for the future. I actually, and this is more exciting than anything, received a message that after coordination with this front office, I'll be able to give a definitive date, and that is for Mr. Hill Harper, and I'm sure many of you know him from the many drama series, television shows, his book, Letters to a Young Brother, which is in my link, and his latest project, The Good Doctor. So again, that is one interview I'm looking forward to, and received a message from him. And after it's coordinated, I can give everyone a specific date and time, as I'm sure that will be a very interesting interview. So thank you in advance, Mr. Hill Harper, for affording me that opportunity. Blessings to you. Next up, as far as interviews, those familiar with The Walking Dead and countless other drama series and comedy series, we have the Vincent M. Ward. Vincent M. Ward. That too will be coming soon to Doe Eyes TV. Again, with scheduling of premieres, shows, and movies, which can be currently seen on BET. Scheduling has to be perfect. Scheduling also is subject to change. But again, I also heard from him. So once that is confirmed, I can update everyone with the exact date and time. I also have another, but I'm going to wait on that one. So again, we're moving in a positive direction and a variety of different pieces of content to present to you. And lastly, before I close this brief broadcast, is to remind everyone of the Seeds of Life podcast with my co-host, ICEBERG Thoughts, which will begin Season 1, Episode 1, Wednesday, September the 14th, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be discussing planning. There will be other topics, but we will begin with planning. And during the debut last week, we asked that those that participated and would like to participate, that you come up with a plan. And those that did, we will be asking if you would like to share your plan. We look for this podcast to be interactive and enlightening to those. The idea is to get you to self-preservation. Now, we'll speak about this chart here, which is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And if you look at the very top, you'll see self-actualization. And in the chart that will be presented tomorrow, that was designed by our own ICEBERG Thoughts, will also have tiers, but there'll be 3. The first being the planning aspect, and that will be the basis of Season 1, Episode 1 of the Seeds of Life podcast, planning. So again, join us both Wednesday, tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we discuss the many facets of plans and planning, which will be our first tier in getting everyone into the mindset to self-preservation. So those that have come in, happy Tuesday to you. Trusting everyone is safe and well. And remember, make a plan. And as ICEBERG said during the debut of our podcast, Seeds of Life, what you plan now is not just for you, but for your families and essentially the generation that's coming behind it. Please make sure, if you haven't already, to subscribe to this channel and also ICEBERG Thoughts. There are a lot of exciting things on the horizon, and everyone is welcome. So with that, my break is over. You all enjoy this beautiful, picturesque Tuesday. Make sure you get a good absorption of nature's vitamin D, positive energy, encouragement, and joy. And with that, be safe, be well, and you should already know by now, be healthier. Until next time, take care.